Hello students and family members, this is Mr. Panza, focused on today's question. How do we find the sum of multiples? Well, the first thing you need to focus on is the word multiples, and what does that actually mean? Let's take a look. We've talked about how multiples are many, but what exactly does that mean? Multiples are when we skip count. So the answer to how do we find all the multiples of a number and then how do we find the actual sum of those multiples is by skip counting using our skip counting singing songs and then write those numbers down. So for example, if we were looking for the first 10 multiples of 3, you would sing this song.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30.
Now that you have written down the first 10 multiples of 3, if you were asked to find the sum, all you need to do is place addition signs in between each of the digits and then use a calculator to calculate the sum by adding all of these digits. Let's take a look at another example. What are the first 10 multiples of 7? Well, in order to list those multiples out, you just sing this song.
7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. Skip counting by 7.
And after you skip count by that number, if you wanted to find the sum of the first 10 multiples of 7, you would take all of those multiples that you just wrote out because you sung the skip counting song, and you would add them all together to get your final answer. Now, I'm here to give you some good news too, because not only do you already know these skip counting songs, but never are we going to ask you for the first 10 multiples. In fact, we only normally ask you for a first couple multiples and the sum of those multiples. So if you even know that just the beginning parts of the songs, you're in good shape. Let me show you how. So now you can see that I've changed the question slightly. Instead of just asking for the multiples of 3, which again, when I think of multiples, think of music. In other words, Mr. Panza's skip counting math songs. If I'm asking for the first 3 multiples of 3, I just think of the beginning part of that song. 3, 6, 9, I write them down on a line, I add a plus sign, and then I use my calculator and I find the answer. If you need the calculator, please use it. Don't make a simple mistake because you have the resource. 9 plus 6 is 15, 16, 17, 18 is the sum of the total of the first 3 multiples of 3. In a similar example, down here on example number 2, we're looking for the sum of the first 4 multiples of 7. So again, I sing the beginning portion of the skip counting by 7 song, and then I write those numbers down. 7, 14, 21, 28. Stop skip counting. Take your calculator and add this answer. So when you add those together, 7 plus 14 plus 21 plus 28 in your calculator, press equals, you get the sum of the first 4 multiples of 7, which is equal to 70. So when I'm asking myself how to find the sum of multiples or just how to find multiples, remember these steps. Step 1, skip count by singing our skip counting songs. Step 2, write those numbers down, and if you're looking for the sum, add those numbers up. And that's it. That's how you deal with multiples. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk soon.